Hey guys, it's Gigi. How is everyone today? Come on into my kitchen. Let me tell you what we're going to be doing today. Y'all know we made those low carb cream cheese pumpkin muffins, and I had some leftover pumpkin puree and some of the cream cheese icing that I made up, the cream cheese mixture. So what I've decided today is to take a puff pastry out of my freezer, and I have rolled it out just a little bit wider, a little bit thinner. And today we are going to make some pumpkin. Listen, it's all about the fall vibes. I don't know about y'all, but we've got some really nice fall-like weather going on here in Georgia. The wind's been blowing, the temperatures, have been in the 60s and 70s. And so it's just got you all in the fall vibes. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some pumpkin cream cheese danishes, okay? I've got my little pizza cutter, and I'm going to cut me out some little squares. And guys, we are going to make us some delicious pumpkin cream cheese. I've got a little egg that I've got here that I'm going to use as an egg wash around the edges to put that nice golden color on there. I'm going to add just a little drop of water to our egg mixture, set it over to the side. And then I'm going to grab a knife, and we're going to score these. And then I've got a little baking dish over to the side, and we are going to fill these with, I'm going to slide this out of the way for right now because, guys, we've got this mixture that we're going to mix together that I had left over so that we can fill these delicious danishes with this goodness. I've got my oven preheated to 375. These will go in for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'll keep an eye on them, but I'm going to take my leftover pumpkin puree and my cream cheese filling, and I'm going to mix it together. And then when those come out of the oven, we're going to do a drizzle on the top, okay? We're going to make up just a little drizzle to drizzle these with. So let's just get this all mixed together and creamed together. Now, I could have probably taken out my little hand mixture, but I think that I can mix this up together pretty good for the inside of our little danishes. Oh, yeah. So we've got our cream cheese pumpkin mixture. Going to set that over to the side as well. And we're going to score these little, for the sake of time, I'm not going to do every one of these with you, but I am going to show you what I'm going to be doing. I like to just roll these out a little bit flatter. And then I like to score them around the edges. You don't go all the way through, okay? This is just so your puff will puff up around your mixture in the middle. So you just score that, but you don't carry it all the way through, okay? And then I've got a baking sheet over here already lined that we're going to put our pastry on. And guys, we're just going to take a little bit of that cream cheese mixture that we made up. I've got a little scoop, and we're going to do like a little scoop right in the middle and spread it out a little bit, not going outside of our little scoring area. Just spreading it even. And then that's what you'll have on each one of these little puff pastries. And those will puff up around our mixture. I'll cut that just a little bit. It's a little bit uneven for my liking. But guys, this is what you'll have. I've almost let my pastry dough get to. And then I will lay them on this sheet and get all of those done. I'll do a little egg wash on them. And I'll come back and I'll show you after I get all of them done right as we're about to pop them into the oven. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I have got my pumpkin cream cheese pastries filled with the filling, and we're going to do a little egg wash around the side, and then we're going to pop these into the oven, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to continue to do with the mixture, okay? So I'm just going to get this egg wash around these edges. And I'll finish doing that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've popped those in our 375-degree oven. I set the timer for 15 minutes, and I will check them. I did the egg wash all the way around. I'll check those. But what I want to show you, what I'm doing is I'm experimenting, and I'm trying something that I've never tried before. I had a couple of pieces of pastry dough left over, the pastry sheets, and so I've put a little bit of filling in them. And once again, I'm going to go around the edges, just using it as a glue. You could do a little bit of water here to work just as fine, but I'm just going to use my egg wash, and then I'm going to fold these over. As you can see, I've put a scoop of the mixture in between. I'm going to go corner to corner, and I'm experimenting. If you hear that noise, that is my air fryer going, and I'm just going to put a little bit of take my fork and go around the edges, and I've done this to the one that's in the air fryer, and instead of deep frying these in oil, we're going to put them in the air fryer and experiment and see how that comes out. I think it's going to be delicious. And we will also drizzle these pies. They'll be like a handheld fried apple pie. They're just being air fried instead of oil fried, which in essence will be better for you anyhow. So you just put a little scoop of your mixture on the inside. Once again, go around with your egg wash, your little glue binding. I'm loving my dough mat that my sweet follower, Miss Charlene, gave me. It comes in handy, especially for stuff like this. Then once again, corner to corner, you just kind of press your dough. Take your fork once again. You can lightly flour it if your dough has gotten it's been out at room temperature for a while, so it makes it not as easy to handle. But guys, there's another one, and I've got them in my air fryer at 350 degrees. Get my hands a little round. 350 degrees, and I'm doing them for 6 minutes. I'm going to see where I'm at on that, and then, hey, I'll come back. I've got that one in the air fryer. I've got those in the oven baking, and it won't be long before we'll be trying some delicious cream cheese pumpkin pastry together, okay? I'll be back. All right, guys. Our puff pastry is out of the oven. Our turnovers are out of the air fryer. It's looking and smelling delicious. Now, what I've done here is I've taken some confectioner's sugar, just some powdered sugar, added a little heavy whipping cream, and added a little of my pumpkin spice just to carry the flavors throughout that are on the insides of the pastry. And guys, on this right here, you can get it as thin or as thick as you like it. I wanted it thin enough to be able to drizzle it over like a glaze. And what I've done is I've just taken the cookie sheet and put the baking rack on top of it. I've got my parchment paper still up underneath. And so when I drizzle, easy cleanup, because the paper's gonna catch the majority of it. So let's go ahead and get this drizzled on the top. Oh, let me tell you what else I did. I took some walnuts that I had, and I chopped them up, and I put them on the top. As you can see, I'll hold it up just a second so you can see. But I put them on the tops about the last 5 minutes that they were in the oven so they could kind of toast up, the walnuts toast up and release their oils on top of the pecan pastries. So guys, we're just gonna drizzle this on top of each one of these. And then I will let them cool. And I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more, just a splash of the heavy whipping cream. And guys, I'm gonna finish putting the little glaze icing on top of these, and then we'll be back to give them a taste. Okay guys, I've got the glaze on top. I'm just gonna let them finish cooling, and then I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna plate these up, gonna let them finish dripping off. I'm gonna plate them up, and we're gonna give them a taste test, okay? I'll see you back in just a second. All right, guys, it is time. Look at these. I know they're gonna be delicious because they already smell delicious. So, do we wanna try a pastry or do we wanna try a turnover? I'm very pleased with how the turnovers came out in my air fryer because I've never done that before. But I put my air fryer on 350 degrees and they took about 7 to 8 minutes. Now, that'll depend on your air fryer. I have the Ninja air fryer, but I feel sure that most of them are going to be very comparable to one another. So I would say 6 to 8 minutes in your air fryer. Perfect, crisp. But anyhow, I think I'm going to try one of the puff pastries. That's kind of what I have my heart set on, but I want to show it to you up close. Look at that. Here goes. Guys, that cream cheese pumpkin mixture and with the pumpkin spice, I did the drizzle on top, a little heavy whipping cream, a little powdered sugar, a little pumpkin spice in there as well. Topped it with some walnuts, just gives it that crunch. The pastry, of course, you know, is just light and flaky. That is delicious. That definitely needs to be on your fall dessert table. Last year, and of course there is a video on my page, I did this with an apple cinnamon crumble. Was my husband's favorite. He loved it. He said, I want that on the table every year. I may have to divide them up this year and do some apple and some pumpkin because these are delicious too. Anyhow, not going to keep you any longer. I appreciate you hanging out with me in my kitchen. And can I ask a favor of you? If you like this video, you like my content, do you mind pressing that share button and share it with others? And just help me get my page out there and help me to grow my page. I appreciate all that you do. All my followers have been wonderful, and I thank you for that. So I'm going to close this video out as not to drag it out too long. Try these, guys. I know that you'll love them. And if I can encourage you to be the hands and feet of Jesus, be his mouthpiece. Share some love and kindness with somebody today. You will not have to look very far to find somebody who stands in need. Okay? Matter of fact, you probably can find someone right in your own home or right in your own family that needs some encouragement. Reach out to them. Be a blessing, okay? All right. I love you guys. I'll see you back again soon. Bye-bye.